What is going on, everybody? Wally here with another week of information for the Level BF 32v32 exhibition game. And this week we covered quite a bit of information. We'll go through a few of our ideas basically, and I'll tell you everything we went through, and you can expect the newsletter hopefully within the next 2 days. So to get right into it, we have decided that squad leaders will have a specific admin to get in contact to, so it will be in the newsletter. But to give it a basic example, my contacts, I guess, or the squad leaders that can get in contact with me are Iconic Rame, Fets25, Epsilon Cheney, Vital, Hulk, Dexterity, and UH Fallen. Basically, if the squad leaders have any kind of questions regarding setups, timing, streams, media outlets, anything like that, or any just questions that we can answer, they can just come right to us. They'll have our contact information, and they'll be able to ask us any question any time of the day. And the reason we did this is so that when the squad leaders get their actual squads, it's so that if any of those squads have questions or anything like that, and they ask the squad leaders and the squad leaders can't answer them, the squad leaders can come straight to us. It's kind of like a hierarchy in a sense. It just helps us get through information quicker and get you guys, if you have any kind of questions, get you right back into the game as quick as possible. The other thing too is if you have any kind of questions right now and say that we're not on when you're looking to ask it, feel free to email us at levelbattlefieldx1c@gmail.com. I'm pretty sure that's it. It'll be in the description below. So this is pretty much where all of our information comes through. This is where the newsletters are sent out from, everything like that. So to get into it, we went through a few ideas today, and one of the biggest things was we're going to give the EU guys, or we're going to essentially push some of the EU guys in the right direction. And one of the people we were talking about putting in the right direction, at least to help Addison, is Russian Rambo on the European side. We want to put him in that position. We're getting in contact with him and saying, hey, the European guys want more representation, so we're going to kind of push him in the right direction. That being said, if you are, say, a European and you watch this channel and you want to be a part of this event and you want to help be an admin and kind of put your time into this, a lot of your time into this, to help put up, basically practice rosters, select rosters, get in contact with people, answer questions, basically kind of do what I'm doing in a sense. Just answering questions, giving out information, helping set things up, going through logistics. Please get in contact with us. We're definitely looking for more people to help us on the European side. As far as the American side goes, there's been a lot of people helping us. We really appreciate that. Everyone who's submitted their clips, it's great. We really appreciate that. And if you haven't submitted your clips yet, this goes to squad leaders, please do so. The deadline is Saturday. It goes to the same email. Basically, we need a clip under 30 seconds, just a highlight, so we can get our montage of the squad leaders together and hopefully get that out within the next 2 weeks. That is our pretty much goal for that. Now, as far as it goes, we're pretty much sitting on a community spotlight idea. And basically what we want to do is interview a player once a week, basically when the newsletters come out, and then put it in the newsletter. So it kind of like spices up the newsletter a little bit, so you're not looking at the same information, and it gives us a chance to really promote the community, because we want to promote individuals in the community, not just ourselves. And so what we're thinking about doing is kind of like, we'll randomly pick somebody who signed up. Maybe we'll pick a team of individuals, say like The Business or Havoc or AV or something like that. We'll pick a team and we'll just ask a group. It'll be a group interview kind of deal. The other part of it will be some kind of just solo interview where we just pick an individual, and then basically we'll ask them a bunch of questions, we'll throw them a few curveballs, we'll get their answers, we'll write everything down, kind of do a basic interesting interview, and then at the same time we'll promote their channel, promote their Twitter, their social media, whatever it is, so that they get that exposure, and then you guys can get back out there and say, if you enjoy this interview, if this guy sounds like a cool person, you want to play with him, all that information is there accessible to you. As far as that goes, that's pretty much going to happen with either this newsletter or the next one. You should expect the newsletter probably, I want to say, either tomorrow or the next day, Thursday. So either Wednesday or Thursday, expect that newsletter. We pretty much work through it. We have the template in front of us, and we pretty much just work through the newsletter right there as we have the meeting. Now, another thing came up is there's a question on how squad leaders were getting selected, and it's pretty much the three of us, myself, Dan, Taylor, and then of course Trey from Lucky Strike sits in with us and helps us make these decisions. It's about the four of us. We'll sit in and just pretty much make decisions based on what we know of these players and how we think they would react in a leadership position. Of course, they have to be signed up, and they have to have said yes, they're okay with leading a squad. We don't really like pick favorites. We don't pick people that we think are great players or anything like that. We just pick players that we think have the best ability and the most experience in leading squads. Are we right? Maybe, maybe not. You know, we're human beings. We, of course, make mistakes. And those decisions aren't meant to show any kind of bias or favoritism because they're just practice rosters. It's not an actual exhibition roster. It's just a practice roster. We're probably not even going to keep those rosters. So don't worry about it if you aren't selected as a squad leader. If you really want to be a squad leader and you want to make your case, get in contact with the admin, send an email in. We're open to all suggestions and criticisms. As far as that goes, that will pretty much do it as far as all the information goes through. We had a few ideas about the live stream and how it would work out, and I guess I can just touch on it right now. The basic idea is that we want to have 2 streams, and both of these streams would be shoutcasters. And these guys would be in the game showing their different point of views, but of course be talking to each other through TeamSpeak or Skype, whatever. And then what we want to do is for the players, we want to do a multi-Twitch. I think multi-Twitch allows for like 8. It could be more, I'm not 100% sure. But basically we have like a red and blue team, which would obviously be different sides of the team, and we would be promoting those multi-Twitches all throughout the day in the shoutcast. The shoutcasters will have the links to both sides so that if you just want to watch straight gameplay, you can pick a stream from any of those guys that are streaming, which will have all the information of all the people that want to stream before the game actually starts, so that you say if you want to watch a certain player, you can just select him from the live stream or just go to his live stream. We'll have all that information for you, but that's kind of like our rough idea for it. We want to show a lot of POVs so that you guys can see as much action as possible, and at the same time, if you want that kind of shoutcaster feel for it, you'll have the opportunity to be watching potentially 2 of our shoutcasters, one of whom I'm pretty sure is going to be a community selected member, and then the other one we're going to try to get like a big name shoutcaster in there for at least the exhibition games. That'll pretty much do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment on this video, ask me anything you want, ask any of the admins, or send your emails in. That'll pretty much do it. I love you all. I hope you guys enjoy. Peace.